I'm about to heavily spoil this game. Do not spoil yourself.
It's not a game, I'm not a robot, and I challenging you. I'm not a venom, I'm in your face and I'm here to see it through. Right before your eyes, watch us multiply. Got the flame right, it's time. As the power grows, try to stop us short.
Yeah, you know, turn-based games and anime games, they're just not really my cup of tea, you know? I don't really want to listen to all the dialogue, you know? I just don't want to play the game. It just doesn't interest me, okay? That was heavily exaggerated and does not reflect my true beliefs. But how can you not be playing this game? You got the music. You got the characters.
ここまでしてるんださっさと決めろ
You got the graphics.
当機は間もなく
You got the story. You got. It unfortunately wouldn't be too much of an overstatement if I said Persona 5 changed my life. This is one of those games that you say goodbye to when you beat it, you know? The gameplay loop in Persona overall is some of the best I've ever played. No action in this game is useless. Everything benefits something else, and I love that. Those 3 goddamn little music note little bitch things, dude, I love those. Everything is so stylish and charming, and the main character is me for real. The confidants in this game are kind of insane and next level. You can both be a victim and a predator. But really, the confidants in this game are so goddamn memorable. I can remember every single one in a few takes. Ooh, and that turn-based combat. Ooh, Persona 4. Ooh. But so you can get where I'm coming from, we have to go back, all the way back to 2006. It's just really stylish and not monotonous, you know? And you know that battle theme doesn't hurt either.
Not what you foretold. You never see it coming.
Actually, this is royal, so it's more like take off and stop the boogie down. But really, that was a request boss fight, so it was neither of those. And you can't not glaze the baton pass. How did turn-based games exist before the invention of the baton pass? They didn't. None of them are real. And you know, fusing personas is the exact same as it was in Persona every Persona, I assume, but they did make a huge change. You see, you can open your menu, and there's the alarm and the network fusion, I guess. Requests in previous Persona games were bullshit. But this game has better requests. And this is the only Persona game that's moderately fun to grind, because you can run shadows over in Morgana Car, and then you get XP from it. Hifumi's also the best confidant to ever exist, because she lets you swap out party members mid-fight. That's so big, you don't get it. You don't get it. You do not get it. I cucked Morgana. Everything about the turn-based combat just perfectly blends together. Yakuza 9, take notes, turn into an anime game. What? Okay, so we've objectively established that Persona 5 has really fun gameplay. But you know what's really fun? The story. Even for a series that has notoriously thick and long games, this is a really thick and long game. If you have a Persona game without a good story, you don't have a Persona game, unless you're like a spin-off or something, I don't know. And I'm very happy to say, this is brand new news. You haven't heard it once. This is like the second best story in the Persona series. While it might be a bit of a stretch to call it memorable because it is like 120 hours, it's pretty memorable. I don't think I'll ever forget when Joker died, or when Maruki changed reality, or when Shido was like, hey, get out of the elevator, or when Hawaii happened and obviously, no matter how much I want to glaze this game nonstop, it does have some weak points. Like after Akechi is revealed to be evil and he talks to Shido and they literally just recite their lore. Oh my god. Or when Ryuji is like assaulted after almost dying. What? Or how Atlas just can't stop sexualizing teenage girls no matter what. And the voice acting direction in certain dramatic parts of this game is kind of hard to sit through because it almost feels melodramatic instead of dramatic. This game still does dramatic parts well, but if I hear this word one more time, I'm gonna rip my goddamn ears off. But back to the actual story. When Mr. Sojima said they wanted Persona 5 to symbolize Persona coming back with a bang, they were not lying, and they 1000% succeeded. I can't think of a segue. Compared to the other Persona teams, the Phantom Thieves are so much more public and grand, and that lets their story be so much more unique. For the first time in Persona history, every single one of their actions almost is public, and it has a public effect. And again, for the first time, we're not heroes, we're anti-heroes. Our actions are very, very morally divisive. We are literally stealing people's desires. I love the dichotomy of, is it a good thing to steal people's bad desires and make them good? Or is it a bad thing because we're literally stealing people's desires? Due to the complexity of the dichotomy of the morality of the Phantom Thieves, I just wish we had more, I don't know, deep villains? Deep is the wrong word. I mean more layered. There are very few things I hate more than pretentious people, and I don't want to sound like one of them, but I like my villains to have sympathetic reasonings for what they're doing, you know? Kamoshida and Kaneshiro, they don't have any of that.
なんだよ。そうだ。悪いのは世の中だ。
返す返す。痛々しいな。
Kamoshida is just a pervert and an abuser clinging on to past glory. He doesn't have anything that redeems him. There is no moral ambiguity in changing his heart. It is 100% the right thing to do. And Kaneshiro, he's just a greedy, stupid, fat poop face. This dude's very reason for existing is to extort and take advantage of desperate people. Unlike the other palace rulers who have a reason for doing what they're doing that's a little bit sympathetic, a little bit. You know, Madarame's a piece of shit, but he had a soft spot for Yusuke, it seems, and I understand technically you could invalidate that entire section because Persona 5 doesn't really focus on the morality of changing people's hearts, rather the morality of the people being changed and society as a whole. But eventually, you know, there's something similar kind of sort of and that's one of the reasons why I love Royal so much, but we'll get to that later. Damn. Overall, most of the palace rulers aren't really, you know, groundbreaking villains that are going to change your life. Sai, I guess, is pretty good, you know, but there is one palace ruler that stands above all the rest. Except that one guy, you know. I physically can't say her name without sounding like a dumbass, but you know who I'm talking about. Foot Table is one of the only sympathetic palace rulers in this entire game. Actually, only one of two. I cannot bear to think of the pain of losing my mother, you know? Already, the concept of her palace, it's insane. It's a tomb. She wants to die because her mother's dead. She thinks she killed her mother. That's such an amazing concept. And when Mother Was There, that song I just played, oh my god, the atmosphere. While of course I'm not against the inclusion of just straight bad guys in Persona 5, I think this game would have been a lot better and benefited a lot if we had sympathetic antagonists like Futaba. Sorry, I know your jaw probably just dropped if you played the game. I know she's not an antagonist. She's just a palace ruler, but you know what I mean. Just replace antagonist with palace ruler. Overall, Persona 5 1000% sets a new precedent for Persona stories with its creativity, and that's the only word I could think of. But really, I'm kind of scared for Persona 6. How are they going to top the creativity and marketability of Persona 5? Like, how? What else is there? Rejecting Haru is one of the hardest things you have to do in Persona 5. Like, you can't just hit me with the, yeah, that's all we are. We're only friends. Why? I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, but the final boss of Vanilla Persona 5, I don't know if you watched that shit-ass Persona 6 video, but I thought he was pretty, like, meh at first, you know, in my first playthrough. But you know what? I kind of came around. He's not that bad. His motivation's pretty cool, and his theme is, like, you know... Let's look at the bad ending for the original Persona 5 to get a live reaction from me. Totally live and not post-recorded or anything. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. That must be why the audio in this clip disappeared. I also like how the ending music for the bad ending is the music that plays in the Mass's Palace. That's a pretty good touch, detail to attention, you know what I'm saying? The original Persona 5's intro is much more abstract and like different feeling, but I don't think it really fits the vibe of Persona 5. Like, Yusuke is not this unstable, Haru would never make this face, and that grainy filter, it doesn't really fit, but I still really like it. But, you know, overall, I think the Persona 5 Royal intro is more thematically fitting, but less creative. But still good, but less creative. Also, remember when the Phantom Thieves literally thought they were going to be erased from existence? If every Persona team wasn't guaranteed to win their fight, this would have been like a really scary scene. But no, they're just sent to like prison after literally disintegrating. Come on, Atlas. Persona 6 killed the entire team. Since I'm such a powerful feminist, I haven't ever looked at like the cheating on everybody consequences in Persona games, but let's do that right now.
浮気ってことですか？
No, where'd you get that idea from? Days until Haru is sold off, days until legal action, days until pics are leaked or pics leaked. These look really funny with the typography. I didn't know this guy was Joker's actual ultimate persona. Somehow, fucking dumbass. I finished the game with Raoul. Fuck that guy. Oh, and this is like the third least funny Persona game from the, you know, the big trilogy that everyone's played. There is some Marvel dialogue in here, I will not lie to you. Okay, it seems I might be out of things to say about vanilla Persona 5, but you know what time it is now? It's... I am not gonna lie to you. The majority of my passion for this game lies in Royal section. I don't give a damn that this is like a 900% markup on the original game. I think it's worth it. Okay, I can't hold back my excitement. Let's talk about the big royal things. First off, Kasumi. I didn't even know Marie was exclusive to Persona 4 Golden, but I did know Kasumi was exclusive to Persona 5 Royal because she's on the cover. Pretty big. Now, of course, there's an argument to be made. Kasumi is just kind of like implanted in there and then only matters at the end. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. That's true, but she matters in a really well-written way, you know? A defining characteristic or trait, I don't know which word is right, of Kasumi is that she does not support the Phantom Thieves. Hence, she doesn't help you on any of your missions after she discovers her persona. But her real purpose, well, that's kind of mean, but you know, her narrative purpose is to say to Maruki, and also to say to Maruki, but you know, that never happened. It is seriously such a good twist. Kasumi's true identity being her sisters. That is, wowee. This is show don't tell at its finest, even though it still tells you a lot. But the idea still shows you. Kasumi being the living embodiment of why Maruki wants to change reality is so beautiful. And I love the parallels between her and Akechi. You know, both of them wanting to live up to their perceived superior, taking very different paths to achieve that. But still, I love that... I don't even know what the right word is. And, you know, speaking of Akechi, why do so many people want to fuck this dude? He's not gay, bro. He doesn't want you. I seriously can't believe that in the original Persona 5, Akechi was an automatic confidant. No way they saw this amazing character potential and were like, yeah, let's make him automatic. Anyways, Akechi is so badass, bro. I love the character archetype of the talented, liked, loved, amazing character who's only held back by their jealousy of their perceived superior. I love that shit so much. I kind of dislike how in his confidant it's like hammered home, hey, the protagonist and Akechi, they're really similar, guys. Do you see this? Do you fucking see? I also kind of forgot that Shido is Akechi's dad. Like, they don't even look similar. Bruh. And my favorite goddamn thing about Akechi is the fact that the only reason he fights against Maruki's reality is because he finds it pretentious and cringe and shit. Even though he knows he's gonna die if he goes through with this, he still does it. Dude, he's so cool. Akechi is like what I imagine I would be if I was cool. Though I do have a nitpick, not about his character. His dark persona costume, it looks kind of cheap. Like, it looks like it's made out of cheap material. Overall, Akechi is an unforgivingly honest and pessimistic guy. I'm gonna keep saying this. He's so cool. He's cool. He's cool AF. Joker, who even are you? And now for literally the entire reason why Persona 5 Royal is $60, Maruki. Maruki is one of my favorite antagonists ever. You know, I can't really name an antagonist that stuck with me more than him. First of all, they did the nerdy, cringe, silly Billy character without making him pretentious or really hard to listen to. You know, that was... I respect you, Atlas. But the real meat of his character comes from his desire to change reality. Now, the one reason why I really do believe Maruki is the best antagonist ever in the Persona series is because he is literally the antithesis to the very concept of the persona. For everyone other than protagonists, you awaken to your persona by overcoming something deep within you. Overcoming your father's rule, trying to save your father, realizing you have no riz, you know, this type of stuff. Maruki's philosophy goes against the entire reason, dare I say, of living. As Kendrick Lamar once said on Damn 2017, a perfect world is never perfect, only filled with lies. But before I talk about philosophy and ideology, I gotta talk about music. And no, I'm not sick. You don't hear anything. Every amazing antagonist has amazing music, and Maruki is no goddamn exception. You got Gentle Madman, the theme of a, you know. You got So Happy World, which perfectly embodies the uncanny feeling of a warped reality, but a happy reality. And also, if you notice, everyone is smiling in this reality. Like, look at all the NPCs. They all have little smiles. Then they hit you with a 4-hit combo. Oh my god. Out of kindness, an eerie but almost kind and divine sounding theme of Maruki's perception of what his actualization will do to the masses, sending them to paradise. And then real talk, one of my favorite songs, not just in the Persona series, but like ever, I Believe, the theme of taking back reality. Okay, pause. Yeah, I see that power. Okay, besides this being like the hardest opening to a song ever, doesn't it sound kind of similar? Okay, hear me out, hear me out. Hear me out, bruh. Bro, why won't you just hear me? Dude. Some less thoughtful men out there might say, it's just a coincidence. Or maybe a lot of people know that it's not a coincidence, but like, this is not a coincidence. 1000%. My headcanon is the act of accepting that Maruki's reality is wrong, and by extension the act of deciding to take back reality reminds the Phantom Thieves of why they awakened to their personas in the first place, to give reality a run for its money, to overcome it, to use their unwavering strength of heart to show the world that their strength is no masquerade, but a real thing willing to take on reality itself. Or maybe it's a coincidence, you know. And since this is Life Will Change 2, you got the references to Life Will Change both lyrically and fucking sonically, I don't know. Pause. Holy shit, we gotta move on, but not before I do this.
Now I have no fear since we're here to fight it together. I believe we can fly up in the sky. One day we may just be able to touch down on the star of the road we have to go. The road is past we shall proceed.
If I ever earn the ability to be monetized, this video is not going to be monetized, bro. Let it be known that basically every single lyric in this song goes hard as heck. Like, look at this, and that, and that's basically it, because everything else is the chorus. And then you got Keep Your Faith. While it is a nerfed version of Throw Away Your Mask, god damn, do I love like the sounds of the guitar strings being strung to their very limit. I love that type of sound.
君たちが勝てば僕は改心されるけど僕が勝ったら僕の現実が現実だ僕はその認知で世界を塗りつぶすもう容赦はしないさ
That was pretty good, right? And then we got the big boy. If I'm ever a boss and my theme isn't this hard, just kill me. This is literally one of the best boss themes in terms of sound and characterization, but I just gotta play it. I can't resist, man.
You deserve better. You should forever be. Don't sleep through dreams that can't come true. No more tears shall drop from your cheeks anymore. You won't need to strive for greatness. Believe in me that you don't need to suffer from anything. Don't let go of your dreams. No more tears shall drop from your cheeks anymore.
How many people are left after all that? 2%? 3%? It'd be my fault for making shitty AMVs, but anyways, let's get on to the characterization that comes from this song, because oh my god. Don't sleep through dreams that can come true. This is actually really deep, but you fucking knew that. This song does an amazing job of showing us just how much faith Maruki has in his reality, and how much disdain he has for the real world, where, as he views it, only suffering occurs. This song shows us how Maruki feels about his ideas being rejected. It shows off his messiah complex. It shows his genuine compassion for the people suffering in the real world. But I don't know how to end this sentence. And it shows his misunderstanding of the persona. You can throw your mask away, no more pretending. Shut up, YouTube comment. That is not damn right or damn straight. I forgot what he said. No, that is the opposite of what the persona is. It's your true self. Break. Though I guess it is a mask and it's called Persona, but shut up. Producer Shoji Meguro, vocalist Lin, everyone who wrote this song, just let me kiss you on the lips, bro, please. You deserve it. Okay, I might have forgotten that I was supposed to talk about Maruki's philosophy, so let's get back to that. The beauty of Maruki's antagonistic role can really be summed up with this one YouTube comment. Not really, but you know what I mean. This comment, in my opinion, I hate saying that, but in my opinion, is wrong. Everyone wants an ideal world. There's not a person on earth who would wish for a not ideal world, because everyone wants everything to be perfect. Though the meaning of life is subjective, there is one constant. Perfection is not the meaning of life. The beauty of life is that you will never satisfy yourself. You will never be perfect, but you can always, 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 always strive for perfection. You can always find meaning in being better. Morgana puts this really well. Maruki's reality robs those who wish to take on the world, to become stronger, better, braver by their own volition of their meaning, of their lives. But there is, of course, a very, very good counter-argument to this argument that I've just made. The real world is a lot worse than Persona 5's world.
There are deplorable monsters in power. Millions of people feel trapped in the monotony of life. Cycles of pain continue to repeat themselves. Why on earth would someone suffering the pain that the world brings onto them without the ability to fight back not wish for an ideal, perfect, painless world? This brings up another counter-argument. Even though Persona 5 Royal makes great strides in contrasting idealism and realism, even the real part of Persona 5 relative to our world is pretty idealistic. Not everyone has 21 or something confidants to rely on to give them strength. Everyone doesn't have a persona to fight back against monsters with tainted desires. We're just people. So what on earth can we do? Well, this is where I whip out my inner Evangelion creator persona. For some people, in the grand scheme of things, maybe you can't do anything. But this is where I say, fuck you, nihilism. Everyone can do something to better something. You'll never find meaning, you'll never make change in accepting that reality sucks and that you can't overcome it. If you don't care to save the world, save yourself. Strive to do something. Be something. Of course, this will always be easier said than done, but unlike death, change does wait for you. You are not out of the ring until you are dead. Believe it or not, positive change is a contagious disease. It goes by the name of inspiration. I'm so fucking corny. Like Aunt May said in Spider-Man, you help someone, you help everyone, even if that someone is yourself. The world, your life, these things only get better when you accept that there is better. In conclusion, our world is imperfect. There's no such thing as a perfect world, but there's always such thing as a better world. Don't be part of the problem. Believe that there can be more than what there is. Don't throw away your mask.